The very thing that we are drawn to is the very thing that we are drawn to protect in ourselves. Hi, you're watching Elevate with Emily. I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ, a daughter of God, and I have a master's degree in marriage and family therapy. Last Sunday in church, a sister made a comment in Relief Society, which is a women's organization, and it really stood out to me. She said that we are drawn to another person's vulnerability. It draws us in, it makes us feel safe, it makes us feel connected. However, when it comes to being vulnerable ourselves, it is the last thing we want to do. It's like our body is fighting to protect that vulnerable piece. It is so afraid of showing our weaknesses and our flaws and of being judged or rejected or abandoned. And so our body and our mind and our soul fights so hard to not be vulnerable, to not ask for help. And yet, that is the very thing that we crave from other people. What an ironic dichotomy. If we could just, flip that switch and recognize, it is by being vulnerable that I'm going to be accepted. It is by being vulnerable that I'm going to be seen and feel loved. So body, just chill out here, okay? Just trust me, even though you're fighting against it. And it made me realize in my own videos, that block is so real. I am still terrified of being judged. And I experienced that in that video that went viral. Seriously, if you look at the comments, some of them are terrible. And it's just, even in the world around you, you look around at other people that talk about politics and just how much hate and immediate assumptions, jump on ship and just start, or other videos about religion and just how much the judgment and the negativity is there. So it is a very, very real concern. And I kind of had to come to this place where I'm like, okay, that is just a part of it. And here's the thing, people are like, well, just don't pay it any attention. Just don't let it bother you. Okay, love that. If I could wave my magic wand and suddenly those words don't hurt, I would love that. They're not true. They are not meaningful. I don't know the person who said them, but it still hurts. It still feels like you're being judged and rejected and hurt. But I hope I have your support, and I'm giving myself permission to delete or remove very hurtful, negative, derogatory comments because they just don't belong on a channel that's literally called Elevate with Emily. So so this is me just buckling down and really digging deep to find my courage to be real, to be authentic, to be vulnerable, and to truly trust the very thing I've been telling other people, that it is people's vulnerability that you want to see. And so I'm going to trust that me facing these fears and talking about topics that I'm terrified of being judged about is actually going to somehow bring more people together and help people feel connected and seen and loved. And if I have to take the target for that, then I guess I will do that. But I'm not alone. And that is such a crucial part, I think, of bringing my religious side into these videos, is relying on my Savior Jesus Christ to support me and carry me through this, because I could not do it alone. I could not. So there is that. And I just want to take a moment, step back, and address what vulnerability is. For me, vulnerability is pain. It is suffering. It is voicing our weaknesses, our fears, our doubts, anything that might make us seem less than or weak or give someone else the upper hand. That is vulnerability. And why is it so scary to expose that? Because you don't know how people are going to accept it. They might take it and hurt you with it. And I just like to think about this example. If I had a very real, big, gaping wound, I would only show it to the appropriate people who could actually do something about it and handle it well. My doctor, my parents, right? People who can clean it out and dress it up and help it heal. And if I show that to the wrong people, they're going to be grossed out or pass out or throw dirt in it or make it worse if they really hate your guts. And so I think in the same way as we are, being vulnerable, there's a time and a place for that, and people earn that. And it's something that you fill it out and see if they're worthy and deserving of that, because it is not cool to be vulnerable to someone who is going to use it against you and hurt you back and rub it in. Literally, they're going to throw salt into your gaping wound here and maybe laugh in your face about it, or start attacking you and criticizing you and reaffirming those vulnerabilities. And so I guess as I say this, it clicks why being vulnerable on YouTube is so scary, because I don't get to pick my audience. I hope that I draw the right audience in with my videos. But again, people are going to come across this video who have not earned my vulnerability and who are going to leave such hateful, negative, atrocious comments. And so that can be scary. But in my eyes, it is so worth it if even just one person benefits from these videos. And even if maybe that one person is just myself, I think that's enough. If I feel strengthened and uplifted from putting these out there, I think that that's enough. But it is my sincere hope that there are other people, 1, 2, maybe more, hopefully more, who are inspired by these, who feel my sincerity and who feel their own soul being healed by something that I said. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I encourage you to think about ways you can try to be more vulnerable to the people closest to you who deserve it, so that you can draw them in even closer and feel more connected and more seen. And I will see you in the next video.